Thanks for tuning in. I just kind of wanted to make a quick video. I thought it would be apropos to compare the difference between a big watch, this Omega Speedmaster TV dial, which is a big chunky watch by almost any standard, compared to Rolexes and other chunky style, large modern type watches. This is certainly a big chunky watch. Very solid feeling. The links are very solid. The case is heavy. The case is very thick. It's fairly wide, but not insanely wide. But I wanted to compare the difference between a big watch in this TV dial and an Omega Speedmaster 125. When I got this TV dial in the mail, I put it on and thought, wow, this is incredible. I mean, the build quality of it it's really outstanding, especially compared to some of the other Omegas that I have that were produced in the same era. Just everything is very made to extremely tight tolerances, and the Lamania movement is my favorite chronograph movement by a long shot. And I think mainly the biggest part about it, that I appreciate the most about this Lamania movement, is the central minute totalizer. That's that airplane hand. It makes it very easy to read the minutes that have elapsed while you're operating the chronograph. Also, the chronograph it has some of the nicest pushers as far as the feel that you get when you engage the chronograph and then stop and reset. Those are really second to none. I mean, I actually like them more than some of the 861 watches that I have. So again, this is a big watch, nice big chunky watch. But when then this 125 came in the mail, I thought, this is outrageous. It's just so big and chunky. It's hard to describe it, but it's like you're wearing a piece of equipment on your arm. It doesn't really resemble a watch. It's like you're taking part of the dash of an airplane's instrument cluster and cutting out the billet aluminum and fastening these interesting bar bracelet links to it. Again, so why I'm comparing these two is they have similar bracelets, and they are essentially the same bracelet, with the exception that this the 125 has it starts at a thicker link. This very first link versus this very first link, the 125 is a bigger link. And so you're getting the same features that I appreciate in the TV dial in this 125, which is the central minute totalizer, because it's a similar movement. There are differences in it which I won't get into, except for that the 125 was the first automatic chronometer chronograph. The 125 was issued celebrating Omega's 125th anniversary, and it's really quite an incredible watch. I wore it a lot when I first got it, and I still will wear it time and time again. And it's not uncomfortable to wear. It's not too big or too cumbersome. I have larger wrists. I think on people with smaller wrists it might be too small for them. But for me, I mean, it's you know, when you wear it after a little while of wearing it, the sweat builds up on your wrist and it stays in place. It doesn't flop around. It doesn't flop around as much. It's a big piece of machinery. Another interesting thing about both of these watches is that they are of a modular design. Well, the TV dial, not so much, and I probably should know. For some reason, I thought that the TV dial was modular, but it isn't. But the 125, like a couple other of the Mark series watches, the movement and essentially the timekeeping module, all of the timekeeping components, everything that you're seeing here just slides out of the back of the watch, and you're left with just a case. There was several postulations on the internet why they decided to do this, but it didn't hold up, and they didn't continue this practice, and there isn't any evidence of them using this modular design for any real practical reasons, but it is an interesting thing. Anyhow, I think this video is kind of played out long enough. And I just wanted to show the difference between a big watch and the Omega Speedmaster 125. Thanks for watching.